Buenos dias, mi amigos. It is your man, Big Day Mayo, back at it again. It's been a really long time, but there's more content coming out soon, so be on the lookout for that. If you haven't already, click subscribe, hit that bell. Again, this is more like a love project, like this channel. It's not really like a regular upload thing, so if you're looking for regular uploads, then that's probably not going to happen, but it's just going to be like short little pieces I make every once in a while. Today is actually not an art piece, unlike Water Review or TED Talk with Abby, I Hate My Family. This is more a tutorial. Many of you don't know about a certain coveted sandwich that has been throughout all of time. This one coveted sandwich. It is called the Triple Decker PB&J. And I'll show you how to make it today if you come with me on this journey. If not, then you should probably leave now because I've already wasted enough of your time. So come with me on this journey if you're sticking around this far, and let's make a triple decker PB&J. Okay, so you gotta search for the materials. Now, this is probably throughout your house. You have different places, but I know my places for the peanut butter are the TV cabinet, Jif Natural Creamy. I'm not endorsing Jif, and I don't have any sponsorships, but this is some freaking good peanut butter, and there's a big vat of it here. Now you gotta find the jelly. And you might have a spice cabinet, try it there, because there's always jelly for some reason right in your coffee. 3 pieces of bread. So, I always like to keep mine for special occasions. I've been waiting a long time for this. In between my records of Nirvana's Nevermind and the Black Keys' Turn Blue. So we gotta get those pieces of bread. Oh, see, this is why it's so hard to get the sandwich going, because you need all the essential materials, and they will fight you on this, because no one has ever done this successfully. Okay, now that you got all the materials, now you need to make the actual thing. So you got your peanut butter, jelly, your 3 pieces of bread. You also need a butter knife to spread that around, you know? So now we're going to lay the first piece down. You got to lay that foundation. And it's got to be a sturdy foundation. So out of these 3 pieces, I think this one's the sturdiest, if I'm saying correctly. This one's the sturdiest. You got to lay the foundation. Now, this is very essential. You have to do this right. You got to start out with peanut butter. Okay? It's always the thick stuff on the outside. You always got to get the peanut butter on the outside edge of the inside layer. So you got to get a lot of peanut butter on there, and you got to smear that around, you know? You got to spread that. Maybe I'm not the best at spreading, but I'm attempting to do this, okay? This has been attempted before. People have literally died doing this before. And if I die on camera, then this probably will be lost. Okay, so now you need the inside layer. The inside layer needs to be strong, but it doesn't need to be as strong as the top and bottom layer. And this one kind of got beat up a little bit in between the records, so we'll use this piece of bread. All right, so now on one side, you have to put jelly. So you got to make sure that this is going to be our top piece. So we're going to use this as the inside outer edge. And you gotta wipe that excess off. You don't want to get peanut butter in your jelly. You gotta keep that pure. So now we gotta use the jelly, and we gotta get a buttload of it. We gotta get a lot of jelly for this thing. We may have to do multiple spreads on this. That's just exactly what I'm going to do. We have to do multiple spreads. Oh, there we go. That's a lot of jelly right there. That should just be about enough, maybe a little bit more if you want to go all out. I gotta get a lot. I gotta get a lot in there. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is the part where a lot of people usually fail. It's like they just can't do this part because this is hard, this part here. So now that we have this, we have to carefully flip this over onto this piece of bread. That was not the most careful job, but it will do. Now we have to do the same exact thing just on this top layer. So now we get a lot of jelly again. We have to spread it on the top layer. That's why this needs to be strong. It needs to withhold the weight from the jelly and the peanut butter. It has to be able to sturdily, stand. It needs to be able to stand very well. I'm so excited because this has been attempted before, but it's never been done before in the entire existence of humanity. This has been prophesied for a long time, and I might be the one to finally fulfill that prophecy by the ancient Mayans. They already failed one, so they're not on a good track record, but maybe I can fulfill this one. The top piece, from what I've read before in the archives of attempted times before, has always been used to get the excess off of the knife. Now I take a big load of peanut butter again, a big old load of it, and we have to put it on this piece. Now we gotta be very careful, because I think one time Ross Smith made it this far, but I'm not sure. My findings concluded that no one has ever eaten this, that this is where they've usually died. And so I'm like, see, my hands are already beginning to shake. Right after I said that, it's immense pressure just kicking in. So now we gotta put the piece right here on this part, you know? This thing is secure, it's been made. Now we have to eat it. We have to eat this thing. And now, the taste test. This is the moment of truth that people have failed throughout centuries of existence. People have failed for millenniums attempting to do this. And now finally, we have the tools today and now to be able to finally taste a sandwich so coveted. So now, without further ado, if I survive this, again, it's like, I don't know, but I may die. If I survive, then this will go up on YouTube. I know it will. I'm not crazy. I promise that this is the best sandwich in existence. Okay. So now you have to grasp it firmly. Firmly grasp it. You gotta get the two-hand approach, and you gotta bite down crust first. Big old piece of it. I don't know how to describe it anymore. You just gotta do it. So now you just gotta eat it. Oh. I've done it. I've achieved it. And I've taken a bite out of it. I'm gonna eat the rest of it.
I ponder of something great. My lungs will fill and then deflate. They fill with fire, exhale.
I've never made it this far before. I've attempted. I just wasn't able to do it. I wasn't able to find the materials. I just wasn't able to do it before. But now I've finally done it. And I'm almost there.
Desire, I know it's dire, my time today. I have these thoughts, so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence. Sometimes quiet is violent. I find it hard to hide it. My pride is no longer inside. It's on my sleeve, my skin will scream, reminding me of who I killed inside my dream. I hate this car that I'm driving. There's no hiding for me. I'm forced to deal with what I feel. There is no distraction to mask what is real. I could pull the steering wheel. I have these thoughts, so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
Here we go, last bit. I've done it. I did it. I ate it. Man, I did it. So I just want to thank my mom and dad. I want to thank my friends Kyle, Josiah, Ryan, Abby, Gabby. I want to thank Franklin, Adam, Santos, Carson. I want to thank Sebastian, Jacob Futch. Oh my gosh, there's so many to list. I want to thank also my friend Skylar. Oh man, Eli, Michaela. I just want to thank all of them for believing in me throughout this whole time. I've been on this quest for so long. And I finally, when I thought that I could do it, I finally gotten to it. And I finally recorded for you guys. Excuse me. This is just an emotional moment. Sorry, just my hands are really shaking. Wow. And now we wait for it to digest and see what happens. And I think as victory, we have to celebrate with a cup of coffee. Now we celebrate. Javalia coffee, straight out of the pot, black. The sweet taste of victory. You see, I've learned now that with all that peanut butter and all that jelly in it, it just like is so sweet. People haven't made it past that richness, if I'm correct. Like Ross Smith, it's like that guy made it all the way to he started eating it, and it was so sweet they just died from it after the first bite. But I was able to survive it somehow. I don't know how, but I've been trying to acclimate my sweetness over the last little bit, last like couple months, and I guess now it worked. And I didn't think it would. I thought I would actually die while recording this video, and that my phone would eventually stop once it ran out of storage. But now, like, wow, this is just something else, this moment. And I'm glad I got to share it with you guys. And I'm glad that now we finally have recorded proof of this happening. I actually did this, and you saw me do this. I actually did it. And what more can I say besides thank you for tuning in? Thanks for watching this. Please share this with your friends so they know that this is possible, that now you can do this if you build up your sweetness tolerance over time. I'd say eat like 2 Hershey's bars every day for like 2 months, and you'll build up that sweetness more and more over time. And so I did. 2 months, just Hershey bars, nothing else during the day. Build up that sweetness, and I was able to do it. Mind you, I did have a struggle on the first bite, but I was able to do it in the end. I honestly can't believe that I was able to do that. So thank you once again for tuning in with me, Big Day Mayo, as I attempted this and was finally able to succeed. Cheers once more. Have a good one, guys.